What's up guys, it's Dimitri here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some modern examples that I found in an essay online this morning. Now, I was online this morning on Google News and I just happened to I was trying to find some articles that might be relevant for students studying Unit 4 Area Study 1 at the moment. And I typed in the word, or the keyword, Australianism, and it came up with a multitude of different articles. Most of them were not actually relevant. However, I did find one article published on The Conversation that was actually co-written by Kate Burridge, and I thought straight away this would be a perfect article to take some good examples out of and then put into your essay. So guys, it's really important that when you're doing the essay for your SAC as well as the end of year exam that you do have modern examples, either by linguists or simply from the media. It just shows greater linguistic awareness to the assessor and therefore can allow you to get a higher mark. Now, with regards to the article that I'm talking about, I will link it in this video, so make sure you read that first before reading the rest of the article and watching the rest of this video. But with regards to this article, it does talk about how politicians use slang to try and connect better to the Australian public, particularly in the lead up to the election day, and also particularly when polls are going very bad for politicians. Now, in 2007, 2008, 2009, when Kevin Rudd was Prime Minister, he was not performing quite well on the polls. And so what he did was he tried to turn this around by employing a greater usage of Australian colloquialisms. And actually it went against him in this case because he was being inauthentic in his usage of it. So sometimes politicians are going to try to use these Australian colloquialisms to connect better, but it really depends on the person. If they're using it inauthentically, i.e. not genuine, then it's going to come across as phony and insincere. However, if the politician who does use it is being sincere with its usage and also respecting its usage, then that will definitely help his or her image. Now, in particular, to a really good quote that I'm going to be talking about, in the article, Kate Burridge had referenced that ANU researcher Evan Kidd recently set out empirically something Australians have intuitively known for a long time. Quote, using Australian slang increases your likability amongst other Australians. Well, that's quite obvious, but it's really good to have it in a nice quote form from an ANU researcher. Now, last thing I'd like to talk about within this particular article, Kate Burridge also talks about how pollies use Australian slang to draw fairness, honesty, and authenticity, such as fair go and fair dinkum, into public discussions. So recall when Tony Abbott promised a fair dinkum paid parental leave scheme in his 2010 and 2013 election speeches and in every budget reply speech from 2010 to 2012. So as you can see, guys, politicians have been using this for a long time to try and build up their image, their credibility, their likability with the Australian public, and it's important that you do put this in your essay. Now, from another viewpoint, we're going to look at how this article is written by an Australian author. So the fact that the Australian author uses the word polly, mateship, battler, this indicates the Australian identity being instilled and imbued within the particular article. So that's it, guys. Make sure you read the entire article while watching this video. It will help out with my interpretations. And lastly, I'd like to just mention that I am running a workshop on September 24th. It's going to be the most intensive exam revision for VCE English language that I have ever done, and I'm super excited and I'd love to see you there. So I will also link that in the video and also in the article, so make sure you do sign up and secure a spot as soon as possible. Thank you so much, guys.